going to be a really interesting video. Usually when I go to film a video, I do a lot of preparation. And so today, I thought it would be a good idea. It might be a terrible idea, but a fun idea, a fun little experiment, because as you have already seen by the title of today's video, it's how I've been dealing with overthinking and overanalyzing everything. So this video could potentially be an absolute disaster, or it could be really great. We'll see. But I wanted to not prepare and not do anything for this video because the topic is overthinking. So I really can't produce a video where I overthought the topic when the topic is overthinking. I hope that made sense. Anyways, in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my journey with overthinking, how I guess I came to be an overthinker, some of the things that I've been working on to try and deal with it, because I've noticed with age that it's gotten drastically worse for some reason. So that's really fun. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk to you guys about some of the things that I've been currently working on to deal with some of that mess. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to quickly introduce myself. My name is Bridget, and I am a mindset and confidence coach for introverted women. I also have a free Facebook group, which I'm going to be linking down below. But if you are a woman into personal development, want to change your mindset, work on your relationships and your confidence, this is the group for you. It's an awesome community, and again, I'm going to be linking it down below if you want to check it out. Also, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful or useful, which I'm hoping it will be. Comment below what you want to see more from me, and subscribe if you are not already subscribed. So let's get into the video. So I've been an overthinker for pretty much my whole life, I guess. And I don't really know why that habit formed. My best guess is that it really came from like my people-pleasing habits that I developed as a child. And I've noticed, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, that as I've gotten older and I've kind of worked on some of those people-pleasing tendencies, that my overthinking has gotten worse. And I think that's a thing. I think it does get worse with age if you are already an overthinker. But just to give you a few examples of what it usually looks like for me, it's like falling asleep at night thinking about a conversation I had 6 months ago. It's taking 20 minutes to draft a text for absolutely no reason. It's walking down the street and thinking that people may or may not have said something about me or about someone I'm with, and thinking about that for the entire duration of the walk. It's choosing not to respond to a text because it might make me look weird or it might make me look stupid. It's over-explaining myself because I'm afraid that the person might take my response the wrong way or take it negatively. It's being unable to even hold a conversation because my thoughts are all over the place and I'm already thinking about the response that the other person will have in response to my response. Right now, I'm thinking about the line that I just said that might have not made sense. So those are just a few examples that I have on a daily basis. But the amount of time and energy and motivation that gets lost spending way too much time overthinking about doing those simple things. Like, it's exhausting. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted thinking about how much I overthink. So one of the things that I've been doing to counteract or make myself and my life a little bit more simpler, and I've talked about this particular thing that I'm about to talk about right now in a previous video, because I realized that I do this for a lot of different reasons. Whenever I have this tendency to surround myself, whether it's through mentors or friends or partners or acquaintances or whatever the case is, I surround myself with people who have qualities or skills that I want to emulate. And so what I've mentioned in the past is that I seem to surround myself with a lot of extroverts. And that's because I myself am an introvert. So if you have an extrovert in your life and you're an introvert, yes, it's hard, but it's also pretty rewarding, especially if you are someone who wants to change your introverted tendencies and who have trouble, being in large groups or going to social gatherings. Having that extroverted person in your life really makes things a whole lot easier. But what I have done with the whole overthinking thing and surrounding myself with the right people is that I have seemed to have surrounded myself with a lot of people who have the I don't really care mindset in terms of how other people see them or how other people judge them, right? This one friend in my life claims that she doesn't overthink anything, which I question a little bit, but I'm also super jealous of. The fact that people don't spend several minutes trying to draft a text before they send it is mind-boggling to me. But because I've surrounded myself with people who, and it's not just that one person, I've surrounded myself with a lot of people who have this same attitude. My husband has that same attitude. He doesn't overthink when he makes a decision. He makes the decision and he sticks to it. Regardless if it was the right decision or not, and he has to deal with the consequence, he made the decision right away. And so what I've been starting to see myself do more is embody that mindset. And whether it's working right away or not, I'm still embodying that mindset and thinking about, what my life would look like, or, how much simpler my day would be if I just sent that text without thinking about it, or if I had just gone to bed without having so many thoughts about the past, or if I could just go on a walk without thinking about one particular stupid thing for the whole duration of the walk. So that's something that I've been doing that has been super helpful for many reasons. Surrounding yourself with the right people is so important, and it's crazy what it can do for you as a person. Another thing I've been doing is being able to become super aware of when I am overthinking. I'd say in the past, even 6 months ago or a year ago, whatever the case is, I would go on autopilot most of the time. When I'm overthinking, I don't even realize that I'm overthinking. And then all of a sudden I'll be like, hold on, I just spent 20 minutes in the same position and I still have nothing to show for it. And so now I've been getting really good at almost kind of stepping outside of my body and watching myself as I'm in this overthinking state. It's a really weird out-of-body experience, but the way I've kind of introspected has been really helpful in terms of stopping myself in the moment and knocking some sense into me, is this really worth your time right now? Or maybe if you just made that decision, you could move on with your life and spend your time and your energy and your motivation somewhere else. Is this really that important? And if it is, well, why is it important? Awareness is super helpful in that sense. And there are tons of ways you can heighten your awareness, right? But I don't want to get into the cliche self-improvement and self-help things, but I mean, that's what worked for me. Journaling and meditation have been everything in terms of actually making changes about myself, which I didn't know that I could do, and understanding how my thought process works and where my thoughts tend to go, and my understanding my self-talk and my past. So if you want to learn more about how to increase your awareness, I'll mention a couple books. Jen Sincero's books have been really helpful for me. Eckhart Tolle, that's a classic. The Power of Now was really good. And just trying out meditation, seeing where it takes you. There's a lot of ways that you can work on your awareness. Okay, so now that this video has already been so long, I've just realized it's probably because I didn't do any planning and I'm kind of just winging it, which is fine. It's kind of the point of this video. It's on overthinking. I'm probably gonna be doing some overthinking on the video. And now you can guys see actually in real time that I am not lying. It's an issue, but I'm working on it. And so the last thing I wanna mention is that when I catch myself in this moment of overthinking and I have that awareness, I am really trying my best to make a quick, uncomfortable, very uncomfortable decision. So what I've been noticing myself do a lot more frequently, and I know I keep mentioning the whole texting thing and conversation thing, but that's just because that's one of those things that I overthink a lot. So instead of going to that thought process where I'm thinking about all the possible things that could go wrong, or all the ways that they could perceive me as, I send the text without even thinking about it. Making that uncomfortable decision is like rewiring my brain, retraining my brain to not always jump to the spiral of overthinking. And it's now training it to make those quicker decisions regardless if they are uncomfortable or not. And I'm doing the same thing in terms of my over-explaining. Whenever I, say, hey, I can't actually make that, or, hey, that's not gonna work with my schedule, whatever the case is, instead of over-explaining why it's not, because that's on boundaries, but it's also, I think, a lot to do with overthinking. So instead of saying why I can't do it, because it's really none of their business, I just say, hey, I can't make it, or hey, I'm actually not feeling it, or hey, I'm tired, I have this. And just leaving it at that without sending like this giant paragraph of something that's either a lie or it's irrelevant, or, just me trying to make myself look like a better person, when in reality, it's not. So I think those three things, and I know they seem so simple, these have been really helpful for me in trying to train myself to not overthink, because I really think being able to not overthink is actually a skill. And like any skill, we can work on it. And I'm really trying to do that. So I wanted to share some of these things that I'm currently working on with you guys, and I'm just having a conversation with you guys, and I'm being real and I'm being vulnerable and honest, and I kind of like those videos more. Maybe in the future I'll do more videos where I don't plan out exactly what I'm about to say and I don't overthink, and it will be a journey that we all take together. If you guys watched till the end, thank you so much for watching. But before I end today's video, I just wanted to quickly mention that spots for my free consult are open. So if you want to know what my coaching is all about, if you're introverted and you're on your personal development journey, you want to be more confident, have a better mindset, check out my consult to get a chance to chat with me and see what I'm all about. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it useful as always, and I will see you next time.